We live in a time of advancement. With modern medicine, few illnesses or diagnoses are truly hopeless. For the most part, it seems like we have an answer for everything. With this advancement comes a catch. Hospitals are big, cold, and scary, and can affect a person's wishful thinking or quality of life. In particular, senior citizens. Not all of them wish to spend their last moments of life stuck in a hospital bed. Roughly 85% of older adults suffer with one or more chronic conditions, and the answer to treat these conditions isn't so cut and dry. A healthy alternative to medical in-hospital treatment is Hospice Home Health Care, a service that provides in-home emotional and physical care.
So we can't do anything about the heart, we can't do anything about the liver or the kidneys. The damage is done. It's not going to get any better. What we can do is symptom management. We can make them feel better.
Unfortunately, most people don't know much about this alternative until it can be too late. This lack of knowledge can make applying for hospice needlessly difficult, as there are lots of moving parts when it comes to this big decision. Many people also tend to have negative misconceptions about what hospice actually is, which makes it harder for caregivers to do their job.
So part of the education that I provide is explaining to families, this doesn't mean that mom's imminently dying, this is just an additional way that we can help mom, keep her out of the hospital and those types of things. Another misconception would be, it's too expensive, it's gonna be coming out of my pocket, when in reality, hospice is a benefit available to everyone who qualifies. Insurance covers hospice.
Older people who are in need of help don't always seek out the proper care they deserve, just because society paints such a bleak picture of hospice. In turn, these older people aren't granted a restful passing. Their time can be painful without the comfort that a hospice care worker can provide. If people were more informed on hospice care, more individuals that are close to death would be cared for and able to feel comfortable and safe before they passed away.
I think it's so important that people know early about hospice care.
Hospice care workers see people who are close to passing every day. This allows them to understand what older individuals need. Also, what could happen if they don't get what they need. If the right care is taken, they can help that process become a lot more peaceful. To be a hospice home healthcare worker, you have to be able to have sympathy and patience for the people you will take care of or help. Most hospice workers see these people at their lowest, which makes them want to be able to help anyone else in that spot.
It's just really navigating these families and being their cheerleader, being their advocate.
Bristol Hospice works day in and day out to help families and change lives.
It was all the ups and downs, it was life experiences, what the seniors went through with aging, and sometimes their family members being told that they had a short time to live.
They offer both home health and palliative care. These combined services open up lots of deep, important conversations among families, making the entire end of life more rewarding than simple hospital care.
Oftentimes people think hospice, they're immediately dying right away. Truly, it's assistance for where they are at that moment. So we sometimes have families or patients that'll go on hospice care, and once their pain's getting regulated, their symptoms are getting managed, they actually can graduate from hospice and not need the services anymore.
Bristol also offers specialty programs like pet therapy, taking that extra step to ensure the patients feel a sense of control in a moment when they need it. Bristol's priority is taking care of families and giving them a break so they can focus on other important things in their everyday lives. Passing away can be an arduous process, not only for the person passing, but also for their family and friends. By focusing on relieving symptoms and both the caregivers and the patient's needs, Bristol Hospice Care can make the process of death easier for everyone.
We get them home, we get them comfortable, we address the symptom management issues, but we also address the psychosocial issues.
The diseases that terminally ill patients have can be very painful. With hospice care, they can at least have peace of mind while they're living through their last moments. They can be comfortable and be in minimal to no pain. Patients of Bristol Hospice Care are also less likely to have tests done or be given medicines that they don't need. This not only puts less stress on the caregivers and family members, but it also puts the patient in a state of ease, knowing they aren't taking something that does not help them in any way. The organization of Bristol Hospice has helped many patients, including families, and will continue to do so as time goes on. The hope of this documentary is to make people more knowledgeable about Bristol Hospice and how valuable of a business it is. Bristol Home Health Care is an extremely helpful and inexpensive option for families who are caring for their terminally ill members. Individuals should know more about Bristol Hospice and know that it is an option, especially considering some doctors don't bring up hospice as a possible course of action.
When you're under tremendous stress by hearing a loved one is going through health issues, possibly up to death, it's not a time to learn.
Services like Bristol Hospice remind us that there are potential relieving caregivers out there. No fear of the unknown. No unnecessary treatment. Only the relief of knowing that the process of death can be, and will be, easier for patients and families alike.